Dears, welcome in the Education Department at SHAHD Association. Our lesson today is Mechanical Waves. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more lessons. And don't forget to activate the bell to stay notified. Today, we have 5 objectives. We will define a wave. We will list the types of waves. We will list the types of mechanical waves. Also, we will list the parts of a mechanical wave. And finally, we will list the characteristics of mechanical waves. As we saw in the Explore section, we saw some real examples where we have a wave. What's a wave? As a definition, a wave, or it's called a vibration, it is a disturbance in space. As you can see in this picture, when the water droplet strikes the surface of water, it will produce wave. Waves are classified into 2 different types. The first one is called the mechanical waves. The second one is the electromagnetic waves. Today, we will tackle the first type, which is the mechanical waves. We will start by the mechanical waves. As a definition, a mechanical wave is a repeating disturbance that travels through a medium, and it carries energy. When we say medium, we mean the substance that the wave is propagating through. We have 2 types of waves. The first one is called the transverse waves, where the particles move perpendicular to the motion of the wave. As you can see in the first picture, the body is moving up and down, and the wave is moving to the right. So the motion of the particle is perpendicular to the motion of the wave. This wave is called the transverse waves. The second type is called the longitudinal waves, where the particles move parallel to the direction of the wave. When we tie this object on a spring and we isolate it, this particle moves to the right and to the left, which is parallel to the direction of the wave. This type is called the longitudinal waves. In this slide, we will tackle the parts of the wave. This is how we notate a wave. The first part is called the crest, which is the maximum point of a wave. In the figure, there are points E and F. The second part is called the trough. The trough is the minimum point of a wave. In the figure, it is points M and N. The third part is called the wavelength. The wavelength is the distance between 2 crests or 2 troughs, which are the distance EF, MN. The final point is the amplitude, which is the displacement from the equilibrium position, which is the distance from E to the equilibrium position, or from F to the equilibrium position. Now, we'll move to the characteristics of a wave. The first one is called the period. It is the time needed to complete one cycle. Its SI unit is seconds. Let's see this wave. In this case, if we see the distance from 2 crests or 2 troughs, it gives 0.2 seconds. And this is the period. The second one is called the frequency. The frequency is the number of cycles in 1 second. It has a rule as 1 divided by the period. Its SI unit is Hertz. Let's see in this wave how many cycles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the frequency is 4 Hertz. How can we calculate the speed of the wave? Speed of the wave depends on the medium it's traveling through. For example, if we take the case where we have a sound wave, we can say that sound waves travels in solids faster than in gases. So it depends on the medium. Let's take another example. The light waves travels faster in air than in water. If we want to calculate the speed of the wave, we can calculate it using these two rules. The first one is the distance traveled divided by the time needed to travel this distance. The second one is the wavelength times the frequency. Let's take the following example. The frequency of a wave is 80 Hz. If the wavelength of the wave is 0.8 meters, what is the speed of the wave? From this question, we can write the given as if the frequency, which is 80 Hz, and lambda, which is the wavelength, is 0.8 meter. If we want to calculate the speed, we just multiply the wavelength times the frequency, 0.8 times 80, which gives 64 meters per second. This is the end of our session today. If you have any questions in the worksheet, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks for watching. If you liked this lesson, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more. And don't forget to click the bell to get all the updates.